So here we go. Testing my subscribers' struggle meals. Now, I had some struggle meals growing up too. I think a lot of people did. But I just want to see how bad it got. I feel like struggle meals can range. Like for me, mine would just be just have some bread and water for dinner. Or like if I'm craving something, I literally just take rice, boil it, and then just throw in like a bouillon cube, and that's all I have. Like even now, I'm sitting here with a bag of pistachios. If I want a snack, I got a bag of pistachios right here.
Our Ligma Gangster recipes. First dish submitted by our lovely member Emo Memo is called Miniman. Apparently it's a traditional Turkish dish, but I've never
Okay.
heard of it. And every time I say Miniman, I just think of how Kevin Hart goes. Mim.
Get the fuck out of here.
Two types of Turkish style pepper. I don't know what those are. Like Anaheim pepper. Why so specific? Like, does that make a difference? It's not like we're cooking a Thai green curry with Jamie Oliver here.
That less than 1 chili per person.
Thankfully, I found a green pepper in my fridge, which has the magical power of imposing mold onto any ingredient. Let's not be superficial. What's on the inside matters. Oh, it's still good. Nice.
Oh,
Heat olive oil
I
in a
couldn't do
pan,
that.
and then cook onions for 4 to 5 minutes. Once it gets lightly golden, we'll put in the peppers for another 3 to 4. Grate tomatoes in a box grater on this institutionally gray plate. This is not an efficient way. Let it simmer till it's lightly dry. I really don't feel like opening a can of tomato paste just to put in a tablespoon and then it starts growing mold. I'm gonna try to stop that reputation about me. This year, 2026, FutureCanoe will be mold free. We'll replace it with some ketchup. There's MSG in ketchup, so it should theoretically improve the dish. We'll replace it
That's all the liquid. That's all the liquid.
with some ketchup.
Why?
There's MSG in ketchup, so
My struggle meal was ramen with chips, Slim Jims, and cheese. Yo, that actually sounds like it hit. Like at least the Slim Jim and cheese definitely. Because if you ever had like the Maruchan ramen, they made like a cheddar cheese flavor and it was like really creamy. If you were to do that with regular cheese, it probably would still be good. And the Slim Jim for smokiness. Oh, that actually sounds real good. The chips though, chips got me off guard. Regular Pringles probably would have been the best to go with that. Probably the best. Not like the Lay's chips. Those probably would have been the best.
it should theoretically improve the dish. When everything in the pan is reducing and simmering, we'll lightly beat some eggs, pour it on top. Try not to move it and just let it gently cook and steam in the pan. The goal is to get it creamy and juicy. And finally, we'll just finish with salt, pepper, chili flakes, and serve on white bread. I guess the difference between this and a shakshuka is shakshuka has whole eggs and
Well, no, shakshuka is basically like you're cooking the tomato base and it's more thin and it's spiced much better. And you just kind of crack them and let them cook in there. You don't break up the yolk. You just let them cook in there and steam in there and cook in the sauce. And then you put it on like sourdough.
these are beaten. Smells really good.
Cool Ranch Doritos, sweet, cheesy, and smoky. Oh. Did you guys try the new Dorito flavor yet? Like the new packaging? They do the naked flavors now where it's like they don't have any artificial colors on them or preservatives. No joke, identical to regular Doritos. Identical to the regular ones. Just without the color in it. It's so good. I could also say the same for the Flamin' Hot. It doesn't have the same heat as regular Flamin' Hot, but it's like it's a different type of heat. Like it feels like it's more like physical spice and maybe a little less of the citric kick.
Less spices than shakshuka, but I imagine it will be spicier. I love how the sauce is dried up and the eggs kind of just gently sit on top. Very great texture. It almost tastes like a keto pizza, but I do feel like as a struggle meal, it's a little complicated. So I'll give it a 7.5. This is a one-pot steamer noodle recipe submitted by P1 that requires us to get one of these Chinese bamboo steamers. It costs a fortune, I didn't know that. The cooking method is very easy.
Yeah, I have to say it's tough to make these things. One of the things I do enjoy doing is cooking.
Dry noodles. The second tier, some chopped frozen vegetables. And the top tier will be our protein, Chinese sausage. Not gonna lie, this looks like a normal sausage that got left in the dirt for 10 years and zombified. Yeah. Steam it for 10 minutes. Wow, it looks like I'm working at a dim sum spot.
I mean, the veggies came out okay.
Okay, no way. I'm gonna drop it into boil it for a couple minutes.
Definitely have to.
Soy sauce, sesame oil. This looks like what Europeans
That was way too much sesame oil, by the way.
think Chinese food is. This tastes like a high school classroom party. I'm gonna have to give it a 5. Definitely won't be finishing this plate. Chinese sausage is good though. And I just checked the nutrition. The macros are pretty insane. This is the go-to recipe for when Jamily is mad or sad AF. Looking at the ingredients, a lot
Green grapes without seeds, 1 box of condensed milk, 4 tablespoons of powdered milk, milk chocolate, heavy cream. Okay. Heavy cream optional. I'm going to say it's mandatory. I'm going to say it's mandatory for this one.
of sugar. I mean,
Gotta get
sugar
extra
is
liquid in
helpful
there.
for those situations, but I recommend therapy. That is why I'm using better.
Oh, he cut it off. He cut it off.
This
Oh,
powdered
he
milk's
tricked me.
so hard to open. If I was a baby, I'd be starving to death. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once the milk powder integrates into the condensed milk,
Okay,
and it's
that's
starting
fair.
to thicken a little bit, we'll pour it into our container and just let it chill till it comes to room temperature. The grapes into this little jar, back into the fridge to chill while we
You're
wait.
basically making like a
the
candy
simple
grape,
ganache.
but like in a pudding.
Just mixing chocolate and heavy cream. All chilled out. Last layer of chocolate ganache. Creamed grape chocolate cake. Jamily asked me to eat this while crying, but tears only drip down my thighs, not my eyes, so.
That's a bar. He apparently is able to cook, and he's got some sick one-liners. He's gonna make a woman very happy.
We'll just
Very
eat it
happy.
straight up like this. It's like a porridge.
I would mix it.
This extremely rich condensed milk chocolate goo kind of coats your mouth, but as soon as you bite into the grapes, the juice spurs out, kind of washes it, makes it more refreshing. The amount of sugar did release a lot of dopamine in my brain, so I think it's replaceable to therapy. Our next recipe is extremely straightforward, submitted by Gunnar from Denver. And Gunnar is 13 years old, being extremely responsible, spending his parents' money on a FutureCanoe membership. So we gotta try this one. Basically an ice cream sandwich.
Wait. But with
That whiff of
Doritos?
cheesy corn you get whenever you open a Dorito bag, something romantic about it. All right, here's our sandwich. I have a
Okay, at
great
least it's
feeling
soft
about
enough.
this. Here's to Gunnar. That's such a great balance of flavor. A little bit of saltiness from the ice cream, a lot of saltiness from the chips. I think what makes it great is the combination of the creaminess and that subtle corn flavor. It's almost like eating creamed corn with extra seasoning. I can totally see these little ice cream sandwiches being served at a football party and getting everybody addicted. I'll give Gunnar a 9 out of 10. Must be tough being this
Really? That doesn't seem like it'd be that good.
out this early on in the video as we're about to start blending some chicken liver. It's really cheap. About a pound of it into the blender. Oh yeah. 2 small
I can't do liver.
4 cloves of garlic.
I can't do liver.
Cup of milk.
Wait a second, did he wash
Cup
it
of
first?
milk.
No, he didn't wash it. Dude, you have no idea what you just done. No way he forgot to wash it.
Oh. Oi.
It's gonna smell.
What are we doing? It even sounds scary. Gradually we'll add in the flour. Okay, let's stir up this pancake.
A chicken liver pancake.
Since it's a layered cake, the frosting for the chicken liver will be mayo.
Mayo!
Chicken liver layered cake. It's kind of like a cursed tiramisu. The
I
secret
don't
to
think
a
the
moist
Parmesan's
cake
gonna be
is
good here.
chicken liver.
This might be a really
is
bad
so
mistake. He's making it look good, though. He's making it look good.
Nice. Those 2 blended onions are so overpowering that I can barely taste the liver. It's just that aftertaste of that irony, bloodiness. And thank God for mayo and cheese because it just overtakes the mouthfeel. It kind of tastes like one of those Korean scallion pancakes. So much better than I expected. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. This was not bad. Oh.
If you want to taste it off, you washed it
Look,
off
it's
first.
from You're Gay.
What? This is like the second time I've heard somebody say you're gay.
Nice.
Speed said it earlier, and this is killing me.
Look, it's from You're Gay. So, do we even need to slice this? Like, what is corned beef?
I keep getting
this
trolled
just
here.
looks so nasty. Looking like a roadkill. I guess now
Looks
we
like
have
dog food.
never-ending Wagyu fat. So we gotta take advantage of it.
Beef tallow is so good in your cooking. If you ever cook stuff like steaks or anything beef related, beef tallow is so good to keep in there rather than just using the butter itself. The butter adds a little bit of like the creamy sweetness to it. It has a richness. But if you want to really hone in the beef flavor, always use tallow. Tallow's so good.
Bunch of onions. I didn't realize cooking anything with tallow makes it taste like steak. Kind of a life hack.
Which is what I just said.
Few minutes. Bread in our corned beef. I think this will be my first and last time of using corned beef. Oh Lord. Okay. Once the corned beef gets up to temperature, I'll add in stock. Bro, it looks worse with every step. I'm so convinced this is how people make dog food. Am I being trolled here?
I
Is this
don't
how
blame
it's supposed
you.
to look like? I'm gonna attempt to try to save it by adding some white truffle paste. Okay, once it turns into kind of a sauce, we can turn the heat off. And very quickly, we'll make waffles to go with it. First step, some Aunt Jemima.
Ah, that's ball knowledge. You knew that that was really Aunt Jemima. That's what it used to be called.
The only normal thing in this recipe. What I'm about to do right now will seem very, very triggering, so you have been warned.
Yeah.
We're really stepping into a brand new level.
What the? Oh. No. No.
We're really stepping into a brand new level of struggle meal. It not only looks like one, smells like one, but it also conceptually makes me mentally struggle too. I wish
gonna throw
there's
up.
the
He's gonna
ligma
throw up.
fork
He's gonna
to
throw up. He's gonna
counteract the
throw up.
curse. Spread them. Can't believe this is going into my mouth right now. Why the maple syrup?
He's gonna throw up. He's gonna throw up.
It's not as bad as I thought. It's still bad, but it's not that bad. It kind of tastes like a really wet corned beef hash sandwich with sugar in it. I've officially decided that I hate corned beef. Not only did it almost take my finger out earlier, the smell that it left in my apartment is gonna bother me for the next.
But also, why are you getting corned beef out of a can? Although I guess it's because it's short. It's struggle meals. I keep forgetting.
2 slices of extra firm tofu, 1 piece of nori sheet.
Do you guys like tofu? Do you think tofu's actually like a good source to eat? Because like I've had mixed experiences with tofu. I personally think that tofu can be very good, but you have to cook it a certain way. It has to be seasoned a certain way, prepared a certain way for it to be really good. Otherwise, it feels like you're just like chewing like rubber, but like it turns into like almost like a sandy texture, and it's not good. Never had it though. Okay, yeah, no, tofu's like I don't know how to describe it. Tofu's kind of like flavorless. It doesn't have like a distinct taste to it, but it's really good to add into stuff and it absorbs the flavor what's given to it. I think typically like marinating it, putting it in a marinade or something, or giving it something to soak in for flavor is much better, and then cooking it afterwards. But it depends.
We put the tofu on top of the nori sheet and top it with, I give it a second chance, the Kewpie mayo. That's not
Kewpie
vegan.
mayo.
And
Underrated, by the way. Kewpie mayo is so
The
good.
preferred topping of this subscriber is
Kimchi.
Kimchi. Here
Have to do
comes
kimchi.
the most important part of the recipe. She said that we have to eat it hunched over the kitchen counter. I mean, that's how I normally eat anyways. Roll it
Same
up.
here. I've
cut
been
it
there.
diagonally like a sandwich. Actually looking pretty good.
Oh, well, just like that though?
I like how cold it is, honestly. It's like a great appetizer. Didn't know raw dog and tofu could be so enjoyable. I'll give this a 9 out of 10. What a great hack. Not that I constantly
Although
have
not a big
access to
seaweed
these
person, so that'd be
ingredients,
tough
but
for
I'll
me.
be eating
I don't
this
really
for the
love
next,
anything that's like got that like
day
the
and a
ocean
half.
taste.
One is a protein smoothie using silken tofu, another vegan girl item. 1 whole block of silken tofu, a very ripe banana,
Oh.
frozen fruit, about a cup of Greek yogurt, and we're supposed to sweeten it with like honey or maple syrup. I don't
Tofu
feel
would
like
be
grabbing
used
those.
also as a substituted protein source as well. So if you're trying to bulk, people would definitely use tofu as something different, especially if you're vegan and you're on like a vegetarian diet. Tofu fits in pretty good for a substitute protein source. It's not great, but it's admissible. It's useful in certain scenarios. For a smoothie, just put in some non-fat Greek yogurt, unflavored. You're good. Or if you want flavor, put in the vanilla and make sure it's sugar-free.
Just do another banana. Have a little bit of milk.
And I'm only saying that because I'm currently on a weight loss journey right now, and it has
It
been
looks amazing. Love
difficult.
the shade of pink. Well,
But I've done pretty well so far.
Women's History Month. It's not as sweet as I like to be. Probably.
Well, because you have tofu
a
and the
good
tofu's
thing.
salty.
I don't really taste the tofu at all. So what is the difference between this and a normal protein shake? It tastes great, but it wouldn't be my preferred way of consuming a protein shake. I'd much rather just have straight up protein powder and water.
That's fair. That's what I
Like
do.
the Fruity Pebble protein powder. Nice. See, this is so much better than the Haley Bieber shake. Erewhon should start selling this. So first we heat up a pan.
Everyone's got to be abolished.
Onions. Once it gets a little bit brown on the side, we'll crush in with our bare hands, crushing popcorn into the pan. I don't have popcorn, I only have Doritos. Doritos also from corn. And we'll saute it for 1 to 2 minutes.
But it also
and
has
slap
cheese
this
flavor.
mess between 2 pieces of bread.
Actually,
It
this
reminds me
would be better anyway. This would be way better.
of cooking like a tortilla soup. Close it up. Sandwich always tastes better when it's diagonal. This is like a vegetarian sloppy joe.
Vegetarian sloppy joe. It'd have to be shredded traffic cone. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Should have posted that one on Instagram. Could have posted any of the other ones.
Something about that tallow seeping into the Dorito makes it taste 10 times richer. I thought it would be very singular because it's just white bread and chips, but everything together has a very complex flavor profile. I'm not only impressed, but I also suspect that whoever created this was not sober.
That's pretty fair.
Now, as
I would
usual,
agree.
the first European recipe from Germany. This one is called Schmelznudel. This Southern Frankfurt subscriber told us about this post-war dish from his great-grandmother, designed to use up old stale bread. For the pasta part, we're gonna do orzo, because I feel like if I don't use it now, I'll never use it. On top of the pasta, we'll do about half a cup of breadcrumbs. Here is our marinara.
Should have ended it there. Should have ended it there.
Oh yes, this already looks very German.
Oh my gosh, no.
Try this German orzo applesauce pasta.
Nope.
I mean, it's definitely not good, but pasta and applesauce is not that bad either. I guess it reminds me of a rice pudding because of the orzo shape. 4 out of 10.
Yeah,
This
no,
one I'm surprised
applesauce
we
doesn't go
haven't done
pasta.
yet. They're just basically cooking down a can of baked beans. Look at that piece of bacon.
Fake bacon.
Heat it up. And the recipe called for some sugar and syrup into this. I really don't think it needs any more, so we're just gonna keep it like that. Now all we need to do is just to cut in our hot dogs. You guys cannot comment on how good
To be
I
fair,
am at
hot dogs
handling
and
glizzies. Once
is it not a normal thing to put hot dogs in baked beans? Is that just not a normal thing? There's no way that nobody else does this, right? Because my family's done this before. Like we've definitely done, and again, I'm from Southern cooking, like Southern struggle meals. We've absolutely done this. Hot dogs into baked beans makes total sense. We've always done that.
everything's
Much better
heated
than having the
through,
fake
it'll
bacon.
be done. From previous episodes of Struggle Meals, we learned that putting curry powder in baked beans takes it to a whole nother level. Season it with a teaspoon of it. So it's pretty much just like butter chicken.
So it's like a butter chicken baked bean. More like butter pork.
Struggle Meals with hot dogs. What a classic.
Now, what if you would have done Vienna sausages, make it a real struggle meal?
Just takes me back to high school. After class, I'll go home. When I'm all alone, I'll do all sorts of things with hot dogs. It tastes amazing. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. First step, you're rendering out bacon fat. We'll add in our chopped onions and apples.
Good
I
start.
think
Good
every
starts.
single German recipe we've done so far has some type of apples in it. Either applesauce or
Apples
cut
are
of
very much a
apples.
big
The
flavor in
apples
German
are starting
cooking.
to caramelize a little bit. 1 whole bag of sauerkraut.
I'm good thing people are finding out
Bouillon
about this now.
powder, paprika, chicken stock. It looks like Christmas. Leave it to simmer for 30 minutes. Get all that flavor induced into
The sauerkraut's gonna mess it up. I'm not gonna lie to you. The sauerkraut's gonna mess it up.
Dogs. Julie also told us to have it with baked potato, but you know, no carbs and such. So, let's go.
Potatoes are the best source you could have.
I guess because of the sugar, vinegar, and the red from paprika, it's starting to taste like a kimchi stew. I had such low hopes. I guess in a way exceeded my expectations, but I don't think I'll take another bite. 5 out of 10. This one's from Australia, so you
Okay.
already know it
Pleasant
involves
surprise.
Marmite. It's called a Marmite pasta. For continuity's sake, we're using orzo, butter, and
no. Not Marmite.
Only have
Anything
Vegemite.
but
I
Marmite.
assume is the same thing, right? Let me know. In the
Anything but
comments.
Marmite.
The only normal ingredient, Parmesan cheese. Okay, not too much though, because it's still a struggle meal. I mean, I do like butter pasta, so I suppose this is just seasoned with Vegemite. You know what this looks like? It's starting to look like a soy sauce fried
Actually,
rice.
if it's also a little bit, it
So
might be
exactly
okay.
what I expected. Butter pasta with a hint of Vegemite. Just so you know, personally, I really like Vegemite. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and
Yeah, you've lost your right to have opinions after that. How do you like Vegemite? You lost your right to an opinion. You're better off just doing like a butter pasta like that with the orzo, and then you just go ahead and you like sprinkle in like some kind of like chicken packet seasoning. That's it. And then mix it all together and have that. That is much better. That, and then if you got any garlic powder, throw some garlic powder in it. That's so much better.
I'll spread some Vegemite on crackers. I guess I can live in Australia, but I assume most of you won't enjoy this. So I'll give it
And
a
if you want
biased
spiciness,
score
add some
of
cayenne.
8 out of 10.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka.
Put it
Peak song
inside
choice.
me. That was my impression of my sister when she sees a syringe full of Ozempics, or when I learn a new diet hack. This
Sam
recipe, I
Sulek.
guess it is a struggle meal, but more of like crazy
What a reference.
diet trend that went on with the skinny girls of China. So these Shanghai girls came up with a way to save calories by making a fire sauce to stir fry with literal rocks, and they suck on the rocks.
I
for the
remember
flavor
this.
to feel like they ate a
Does anybody else remember this being a trend? I remember this was like all over TikTok and Instagram for like weeks. And people were like, who would do that? Who would do such a thing? I'm like, you don't understand what each culture does. That like people, this is the first time I experienced it. And I was like, people really don't get how different cultures work and what's traditional and what's unique. Because what's unique to us is traditional somewhere else and well respected. Like eating rocks doesn't seem good, but you're not really eating rocks. You're basically eating the flavor off the rock and you're putting the rock back to the side. I mean, if you're trying to get your minerals in, I guess it's fine, but it's a way to basically satiate your appetite and hopefully keep it away. But
whole meal, but
trust
actually
me,
they just
it's
ate
probably not
rocks. I
effective.
guess it's pretty struggle meal-esque. I've seen this on Instagram, never thought I'd be cooking
A lot of
The
alcohol.
biggest problem that I foresee is finding
Shout
these,
out
like,
Tito's, my
perfect
biggest
looking
rival.
round pebbles
I can't
in New
stand
York.
Tito's.
So we're gonna go on an adventure and hunt for rocks. We're heading towards Stewart Park first to see if we can
He's in
find
New
some
York.
rocks. I feel like a millennial. Is this what millennials do when they're
I know
young,
exactly
like,
where this is.
without
This
the
is
internet
100%
and
New York
stuff?
City.
Should I rally them to help me find a rock? I'll walk up and be like, are you guys subscribed to Mr. Beast? I mean, FutureCanoe. What's the difference, right? I've always wanted to try this taco shop. Wonder if there's like spiders coming out. This one looks really good, but it's like wet. Salsa verde.
The natural stuff. As if we're not in nature.
That shit tender. Guacamole looks so fresh. Look at that bite. Fish is a little fishy, not in a good way. Reminds me of the caviar we had last time.
If fish tastes fishy, that typically means it wasn't prepared properly.
This
Or
one's
it could be a
bad
little
one.
old.
All right, chicken. This can't go wrong.
It also depends on the type
chicken's
of
the
fish.
best one. The best part about this place is everything's so fresh. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I will be back. Next recipe is called bagan carbara. This is a classic
Bagan kabarta. Bagan kabarta.
easy dish for a lot of Indian household, starting with one large eggplant. Why did I say it like that? Because that's how this person typed it. Large, round,
Indian
shiny,
cooking is very
purple
much
eggplant.
vegetarian based
I
because
don't
that's
know
mostly
what
how the
this
culture
person's
is.
hinting at. So to that, we're gonna poke a bunch of holes.
But
and
eggplant's a
stuff
very, very
garlics
meaty
inside the
type of
holes.
vegetable to
when
use
the
here.
eggplant looks like it's caught some type of bad infection, we can start roasting it. Open flame. Reminds me how I used
The
to
garlic
be
in
friends
the
with this girl
side's a
from
good idea
Qatar,
too. It
and
infuses
every
the flavor
time I go
as it
to
roasts.
her house to eat dinner, her dad would be roasting a huge eggplant to make baba ganoush.
Baba
I wonder how they
ganoush.
do
Don't
it
make
now
me
in the
hungry,
Middle East.
man.
While that's roasting,
Really
we're
go for
gonna
some Turkish food right now.
never-ending beef tallow. Never knew how juicy eggplants are. A little bit
They're
of
very
black
juicy.
stuff left, but charring never hurt nobody. Mushy eggplant, we'll start mashing it. Masala.
All that smoky flavor gets mixed into the eggplant. It's
2
beautiful.
pieces of white ass bread. We will serve this Indian household dish.
This looks like it's gonna hit.
Bruschetta.
This looks really good.
An Indian bruschetta. Let's go.
Indian bruschetta.
Could have done it without
insult.
the bread. I wish I had some pita chips to go with it. I feel like it would be better. Love the spices.
Yeah, but
the
in a struggle meal, you
mix,
can't choose.
And a little bit of the charring from the eggplant actually helped to deepen the flavor. Yeah, overall, a very intense dish. And I feel like it's a pretty decent struggle meal because all you need is tomatoes and one really large eggplant, and they're generally pretty cheap. But the process is a little bit complicated. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The submission said the Utapam is made of semolina flour.
Water, yogurt, salt, little piece of ginger, baking soda, tomato, onions, and green chili.
And he ended this whole thing with, I didn't measure anything. Improv, off the dome type of recipe. Guesstimating everything, so some water, yogurt, salt, flour, about a key bump of baking soda, tomato, onions. Our savory pancake is complete. Let's move over to
Savory
start serving. A
pancakes,
lot of
super
water.
underrated. If you ever had chicken and waffles the really good way, you've probably had them sweet, unflavored waffles, but the sweetness coming from the syrup. When you have waffles that come out savory, like with the rosemary in it with some garlic flavor, and then they do the waffles and then they do the chicken on it, oh my gosh. And to go with it, some white gravy, that is called heaven on a dish. And it's so tough because now that I'm not having fried food, it's been so tough seeing everybody eating more of like chicken fried items, like chicken fried steak, and then seeing people cook like replicated like fried chicken sandwiches. Oh my gosh. It's been tough. This is not making it easier for me.
I already know this pancake is gonna be good. And it tastes like a dry aged steak.
It's cooking and shortening. That's what happens when you cook it and shortening.
Damn, I don't think I've ever flipped the pancake without doing this. Damage control.
You're not letting it cook enough and using too much oil in the pan.
Not bad, huh? Gonna get the corner piece. Okay, I actually really like it. It gets kind of crispy on the edges. The dough itself just tastes like a savory crepe. I like how there's like little pieces of onions in there. I'll give it a 6 out of 10, but high potential. This dish is extremely straightforward, pretty much just sauteing eggs with Takis. But I feel like we've done similar things before on the channel, so we're gonna dress it up a little bit. I'm gonna start with the Gordon Ramsay style classic French
This is gonna be
scrambled
really
eggs,
good.
the soft and fluffy one, and then season with crumbled Takis on top. And at this point, you're probably asking, what are Takis? They're like little taquitos, but I like the Taki too.
Trader Joe's is a really good
On
alternative
film.
version if you're ever interested. That's
Cold
cleaner in
pan,
ingredients.
start with
Get that.
cold egg. No salt, because
So
the
good.
salt would draw out too much moisture. It wouldn't be as fluffy. A whole cube of
And plus
butter.
Trader Joe's one
Start
trades in
kinda
some of the spice
scrambling,
for the
and
stronger
little by
citrus
little,
flavor.
The butter is gonna emulsify into the eggs and incorporate air at the same time. So eventually, we're gonna get that fluffiness. You know, the French really eat like grandmas. A lot of their food is just creamy, soft, fluffy. You know, I like it hard. And the curdling is intensifying, and like, you know, keeping off the bottom of the pan gets a little bit difficult. And it's really creamy. We'll cool the temperature down with a tablespoon of sour cream. Turn off the heat. This will stabilize the eggs, so stop.
Well, that's what you
and
typically use
retard
creme
the
creme
cooking
fraiche for.
Thorough
but-
consistency.
And there they go.
This is
Shoulda got 'em a
exactly
little
like what I
finer.
eat every day, like a little bit of strawberry mixed into cottage cheese. Wow. So
It
we're
ain't
supposed to
strawberry,
serve
though.
with toast. I don't know about serving with toast, but if you're eating this, I think you're a toast. This
It's
feels so wrong.
spreadable.
Feels like I'm committing a crime. The bread aside, this scrambled egg tastes so good. So fluffy, soft. I thought it's gonna have a lot of that egg sulfur smell, but not at all. I think the Takis kind of overtook it. It just feels like you're eating Takis with a really creamy, well-seasoned sauce to balance it out. This is the most surprising dish of the day. I'm gonna have to give it an 8.5. We have
I would think that's a
nori,
9.
some
I
Philadelphia
would think
cream
that's a
cheese.
9.
Before I tell you
I
the
coulda
last
told you I was gonna
ingredient,
work
let me ask you
Takis over
something.
cheat code.
What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. So what is this dish called? Is it like a Japanese bagel? Give it a bit of a kick. I can't do too much though. No, look at these. I made sushi roll. I feel like we can actually take these to a street fair and sell money for it.
No, I'm not big on the saltiness of it.
It tastes like a Philadelphia roll. Don't need to explain the reasons. The
Yeah, I get
cream
it.
cheese is so
That
powerful
would make sense.
it's taking over that fishy smell from the nori, and that hint of wasabi comes in to interact with the fatty content of the cheese. I'm starting to get why this dish makes sense. It's kind of like a low-carb, low-calorie, healthier version of bagel bites. Just a canvas to deliver cream cheese into your mouth. This next
you all
one
got a
is
good
called
stomach.
drunk beef, and it only has 3 ingredients. Piece of ribeye that we're probably gonna waste.
Gonna drown in alcohol.
You think
Yup.
my dad's back, but no, we're actually just using this to cook.
You could have used a better quality bourbon than Jim Beam.
This is the cheapest bourbon I could find.
Okay,
and we
that
need
makes
to
sense. You
completely
wanna stick
cover the
cheap.
beef. And at high heat, we'll just wait for it to come to a simmer, I guess. Are we in a frat house because it smells like straight up meat and alcohol?
Otherwise,
We'll
I'd
let
throw it
this
in the
rest
pan to
and
let it
dry for
sear,
little
get a
bit.
crisp.
Also season it all over with salt.
That's what I would do. I would put it in the pan to sear.
Tallow.
They are doing it good. And with the tallow, perfect. Get the beef flavor back in there. Because
Can't
it
believe
is.
the only recipe that actually fits my macros today is soaked in whiskey. I mean, the crust is pretty good, I have to say. Let's separate the ribeye cap, my favorite cut. Alcohol.
It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't
Actually,
look
that's
terrible,
cooked
y'all.
pretty well.
About a
I
medium.
don't taste the whiskey, but I do feel like maybe boiling it before made it more tender, or maybe I accidentally made a good steak. The recipe said we have to chase it down with the boiling liquid. That's actually
Yep.
not bad. I feel like my testosterone just rose up a little. A whole bottle of whiskey and a ribeye, bro. This ain't struggle meal. To the milk, we'll mix in some bananas. This part is looking a little dangerous.
Don't touch it. Don't use it.
Finally, since it's a protein cereal, we're gonna cut in some beef jerky.
Wait, this is cereal?
Our most important garnish. Oh yeah,
Peanut butter?
get that calorie in. Let's do this.
Peanut butter bananas are good, but the beef jerky?
Taste-wise, I don't want to rate this. I feel like I just wasted precious protein from the beef jerky. Saving the most interesting for last. I don't think we need much talking for this segment.
Okay. I have a feeling this might actually be okay. This might be okay. I'm a big pickle person. I know what pickles go on, what they don't. This might actually hit.
Wow, I don't know how we've done 5 struggle meal videos and never come across this. This seems so...
This low-key might be good.
No more talking. It's actually not bad.
Thank you.
Once you bite into it, the pickle releases salty, briny juice that turns into sort of like a pad thai flavored sauce enclosed by the bread. Peanut butter and pickles. I didn't expect it to work. And the pickle kind of balanced out the fattiness too. This is pretty genius. I'm glad we end on a
Yeah,
good
because
note,
peanut butter is a good-
previous
peanuts are,
episodes, I almost died.
Peanuts are a very oily nut for its family compared to other nuts that you would see out there that you'd have like cashews or anything. It's considered the most fatty and probably the most oily one of the ones that are made that you would typically have.
The last recipe.
So the pickles
So,
cutting it down makes a lot of sense.
I'll give this an 8 out of 10. You should try it yourself. To be honest, this
I
has
believe
been
we
the
could.
best struggle meal episode so far on this channel. I enjoyed all of them so much, so thank you. Just
okay,
want to
not all
remind
of
us that these recipes aren't just about sustaining on low quality food. They're indicators of our wisdom in struggles, our perseverance through the harshness of life. As
Correct.
always, remember, the most important part of a struggle meal is eating it with a heart full of hope. Alright, thank you.
That was good too. I was not expecting some of these things to work at all, but it just goes to show you, like you said, the commitment of of people to try and win. That's what it is, to try and get ahead in life and even make the most of bad situations. It's what it shows. Now, I will give you my struggle meal because I've had a few in my life, and I think my favorite one that I've done, which I've actually come back to many, many times. So for a breakfast, always have eggs. You always have bowl. Typically, you have water. Take 2 eggs, crack them into a microwavable bowl of water. You want to make sure that you poke the eggs with a fork. The yolk part has to be poked with a fork. Throw them in the microwave. 2 pieces of bread, put them in the toaster, toast them. Microwave them. I think I usually did them for like a minute. And if it still looks a little bit runny, put them in again for another 15 seconds and just keep an eye on them so they don't blow up. That's why you poke the egg yolk so it doesn't explode in the microwave. Once they're done, you come out. It should be looking cloudy, but the egg should be completely cooked through, the yolk and the white, or the white for the most part should be all cooked. You drain the liquid, most of it. For me, I don't. I then take a fork. I mash up the egg and the yolk if it's still runny, and I mix it up until it becomes like a runny little, runny with like a little bit of like the diced up egg white, so it all emulsifies together, and it's mainly like a little thin in terms of like a sauce or like a spread. And then I put in my pepper, I put in my salt, I season it. Take the toast, you spread it on toast. You basically made yourself like an egg jam. It'd be like my struggle meal, like the first thing I would eat if I could, I would just do that. It's basically you're poaching your eggs in the microwave. You're making poached eggs. And then you just mix them up, break them up, put them on some toast, comes out just beautiful. Beautiful. If you haven't already, I recommend trying it yourself. Otherwise, I would make my own baked potatoes in the microwave. I take a potato, stab it with a fork a bunch of times after cleaning it and rubbing it with olive oil, put it in the microwave for 3.5 minutes, open it after it's done, flip the microwave over without burning the heck out of your hands, without burning up your hands. I'd flip it, put it back in for another 3.5, then take it out again after I let it cool for a minute, cut it open, put in the things I needed to, just put in like some salt, pepper. I typically just did salt, pepper, garlic, and I'm good. And I would just kind of be able to eat it apart. It's a little tough. The potato's a little tough itself, but it's so good. And if you wanted, you could add butter to it as well to melt it. You just made your own microwaved baked potato. That's typically what I would do. Those are a couple of the meals that I would do. And I still do some of them today because if I'm bored, I just like, I'm bored, want to eat something. There you go. So there's a recipe for it that I use that you guys can use at home as well. But that's it. Struggle meals, man, they bring us together. It's us persevering against the odds, against the things that affect us in life.